Raiders Nation, today is one of those moments where you just have to soak it all in and feel the excitement bubbling up. Because the landscape for our team is shifting in ways that can completely change the season ahead. Week 1 is behind us, and although we didn't get the result we wanted on the scoreboard, there's so much to unpack that has fans buzzing in a way that makes Monday feel electric. The way I see it, this isn't just any ordinary Monday. This is a Monday that reminds us why being part of Raider Nation is a ride filled with highs and lows, thrills, and the occasional heartbreak. But above all, it's a journey worth experiencing because the story isn't finished, it's just beginning. From the moment the week kicked off, the chatter across social media, the energy in the fan base, and even the small details in team performance have given us a glimpse into what the next chapters of this season might hold. And let me tell you, the current position of the Raiders is something that has all of us talking and, yes, celebrating in a way that feels almost counterintuitive after a loss. But here's the truth. The beauty of football is that the narrative never ends with one game. One game, one loss, one win. It's never the full story. What really matters is the path forward and how each play, each decision, and each moment adds to the bigger picture. And right now, that bigger picture is starting to look really interesting for us. We have reached a point in the season where the NFL draft implications are starting to crystallize, and the Raiders are sitting in a position that can potentially change the trajectory of the franchise in a massive way. Yes, the standings may not make everyone happy, and yes, the immediate results might sting. But if you zoom out and look at the domino effect of recent outcomes, you can't help but feel a spark of excitement. The key games around the league worked in our favor in ways that make the Raiders' future incredibly promising. It's one of those situations where, while fans may be disappointed about yesterday's result against the Broncos, the broader consequences are huge. It's all about perspective, and right now, the perspective for Raider Nation is extremely bright. The way the season has unfolded, with teams like the Saints and Titans pulling off wins when it mattered, has set up a scenario where the Raiders could end up with one of the top picks in the upcoming 2026 NFL Draft. That is no small feat, and it's the type of position that can alter the destiny of the franchise for years to come. When you take a step back and think about the potential of having the number 1 overall pick, the excitement multiplies because this isn't just about selecting a player. It's about setting the foundation for a new era. The possibilities are immense, and for a team that has seen its share of ups and downs, this is a moment that demands attention and enthusiasm. Now, let's talk about the schedule moving forward because this is where the strategy and math start to play a huge role. The Raiders still have a handful of games left, and the way the remaining matchups line up could have a direct impact on our draft position. Strength of schedule comes into play in a big way, and the calculations around wins, losses, and tiebreakers have positioned the Raiders favorably compared to other teams vying for similar draft outcomes. The way the NFL calculates these tiebreakers means that even if the Raiders finish with similar records to a team like the Titans, the difference in opponents faced tilts the advantage toward Las Vegas. That's a crucial detail that might escape casual fans but is absolutely essential when projecting draft positions. It's why, even in the face of a tough loss, there's a sense of optimism and strategy in the air. Because if everything plays out as projected, the Raiders could very well be looking at the number 1 overall pick, a player who could transform the roster and provide the franchise with a cornerstone for years to come. Of course, the conversation doesn't stop at draft positioning. We also need to consider player development, coaching strategy, and team chemistry as the season progresses. There's been a lot of chatter about young players, the performances of key quarterbacks, and the impact of rookies stepping into new roles. Watching the team in action, you can see flashes of talent and potential that hint at a brighter future, even when results are mixed. Certain players have shown the ability to make game-changing plays, while others are steadily improving in ways that are less flashy but equally important. This balance between immediate performance and long-term development is what keeps Raider Nation engaged, analyzing, and invested every single week. Every touchdown, every defensive stand, every third down conversion adds to the narrative that this team is building something that extends far beyond one season. And speaking of quarterbacks, there's no denying that the discussions around who will lead this team in the future are heating up. The possibilities for the 2026 draft are tantalizing, with multiple prospects who could define the next chapter of Raiders football. From strategic evaluations to scouting reports, the decision-making process is critical. Choosing the right quarterback, especially if the number 1 overall pick is secured, will be a defining moment for the franchise. The right player can become a transformative presence, the kind of quarterback that not only elevates the team, but also energizes the fan base and establishes a culture of winning. It's a high-stakes, high-reward scenario that has Raider Nation buzzing, because we understand the magnitude of the choice and the potential for change. Beyond the draft, there are the immediate games still to come, which are a mix of challenges and opportunities. While the odds may seem daunting in certain matchups, there's an element of unpredictability in football that keeps every game intriguing. Raiders fans know this well. No game is truly lost until the final whistle blows, and every opponent presents a chance to test strategies, develop talent, and evaluate what works under pressure. Whether it's facing tough defenses, high-powered offenses, or storied rivals, these remaining games are a chance to refine the team, gain valuable experience, and prepare for the future in a way that maximizes the benefits of each week. At the same time, the culture around the team is something fans are paying close attention to. Raider Nation thrives on passion, intensity, and the unwavering support for the silver and black. It's a fan base that doesn't just watch games. It lives and breathes them, analyzing every detail, celebrating victories, and expressing frustration in equal measure when things don't go the way we hope. And right now, that fan energy is a driving force, shaping perceptions and contributing to the collective excitement around what the future holds. Even after a loss, the discussions, debates, and shared moments among fans reinforce why this team commands such loyalty and why the narrative around the Raiders is always compelling. The combination of draft potential, young talent, strategic opportunities in the remaining games, and the passion of Raider Nation creates a unique environment where optimism and anticipation coexist with the challenges of the present. Each week offers a chance to see development, assess performance, and project what's next. And as we look ahead to January and the critical moments that will determine draft order, coaching decisions, and team direction, there's a palpable sense of anticipation. Fans are already imagining how the roster could take shape, which players might emerge as leaders, and what a well-timed draft pick could mean for the franchise. The possibilities are endless, and the excitement is infectious, making every discussion, every highlight reel, and every analysis all the more meaningful. As we turn our attention to the upcoming stretch of games, Raider Nation has plenty to anticipate and analyze because the road ahead is filled with both challenges and potential triumphs. Even though the standings and recent results may feel disappointing to some, the bigger picture reveals a team on the verge of opportunity. Every matchup remaining on the schedule carries significance, not just in terms of wins and losses, but also in how it positions the Raiders for the 2026 draft and the future of the franchise. Fans can look forward to seeing how young talent steps up under pressure, how strategic adjustments from the coaching staff might evolve, and how the team's identity begins to take shape as the season progresses. This is the part of the season where narratives are written, legacies are formed, and the groundwork for the next era is laid. The quarterback position remains at the center of much of this conversation, and rightfully so. With a potential number 1 overall pick in play, discussions around which prospect could lead the team for the next decade are heating up. There are several options that could define the future of the Raiders, each bringing a unique set of skills, leadership qualities, and potential to transform the franchise. The decision here is monumental because it isn't just about talent. It's about fit, development, and vision for the team under a new coaching regime. Whether the franchise decides to draft a dynamic passer with an ability to command the offense or trades the pick strategically for additional assets, the ripple effect of this choice will be felt for years. This is why fans are not just speculating. They're analyzing, debating, and projecting every possible scenario, knowing that the right move could alter the trajectory of the team entirely. Meanwhile, the remaining schedule presents a mix of formidable opponents and winnable matchups that require careful attention. Certain games may seem daunting on paper, But football often defies expectations, and each contest provides an opportunity for young players to gain experience, for coaches to refine schemes, and for the team to test itself against high-level competition. The Raiders have shown flashes of both potential and resilience, and watching these unfold against teams with playoff aspirations or strong defenses gives insight into the roster's strengths and weaknesses. Even in challenging contests, small victories and individual performances can serve as building blocks for the future, creating momentum that extends beyond a single game. The offensive line, receivers, and defensive front all play critical roles in this evolution. When young players like Kenny Pickett or Aiden O'Connell step into roles that demand adaptation to the professional level, every snap is a chance to assess readiness and potential. Meanwhile, receivers who can create separation, quarterbacks who can make quick decisions under pressure, and defenders who can disrupt opposing schemes all contribute to the overall development of the team. It's not just about the score at the end of the fourth quarter. It's about understanding the capabilities of the roster, identifying areas that need reinforcement, and envisioning how these pieces could coalesce under a franchise quarterback and a strong coaching presence. The fan base plays a pivotal role in this journey as well. Raider Nation isn't just a collection of supporters. It's a culture, an energy that permeates every game, every highlight, and every discussion about the team's future. The passion of these fans fuels narratives, motivates players, and amplifies the excitement around each matchup. Even in losses, the feedback, analysis, and engagement from fans help shape the atmosphere around the team. Watching Raiders fans react to key plays, celebrate individual performances, and speculate about draft possibilities highlights why this franchise maintains such a strong identity and loyal following. The intensity of support creates a unique environment where the stakes feel higher and every moment is magnified, making the highs feel euphoric and the lows a lesson in perspective. Looking at the larger league picture, the ripple effects of other teams' performances can't be ignored. Wins and losses across the NFL impact draft positioning, playoff scenarios, and team strategy, meaning that the Raiders' future is not only shaped by their own results, but also by how the surrounding league landscape evolves. The performance of teams like the Titans, Saints, and even playoff contenders in the AFC affects the Raiders' draft order and strategic flexibility. Understanding this interconnectedness allows fans to project not only their team's path, but also potential scenarios for trades, player acquisitions, and draft day decisions. These league-wide dynamics add another layer of excitement to every Monday, Sunday, and Thursday game because the implications reach far beyond single contest. The potential number 1 overall pick is not just a statistic. It is a symbol of transformation. It represents the chance to bring in a quarterback who can lead, inspire, and elevate every aspect of the team. It symbolizes a fresh start, a rebuilding of culture, and a new identity that aligns with the aspirations of Raider Nation. The decision-making process surrounding this pick will be scrutinized, analyzed, and debated endlessly because the stakes are immense. Selecting the right player has the power to reshape the franchise, energize the fan base, and lay a foundation for sustained success. Fans understand that this moment is more than just a number. It's the beginning of a new chapter, one that could define the team for an entire generation. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Las Vegas Raiders. And don't be shy. Drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Whispers around the NFL world are growing louder, and all eyes are on Las Vegas, where an electrifying rumor refuses to die down. Sources close to the league suggest that TYREEK Hill, one of the most dynamic wide receivers of his generation, could be about to make a move that would shake the Raiders organization to its core. For months, fans and insiders alike have speculated about the team's aggressive strategy to reshape its roster, but the potential arrival of Hill has sparked a frenzy of speculation that no one saw coming. Considered by many as a game-changer, every time he steps onto the field, Hill's speed, agility, and playmaking ability have been unmatched in the league. If the whispers prove true, this wouldn't just be another signing. It would be the most monumental acquisition in Raiders history. The mere idea of Hill donning the silver and black has sent social media into overdrive, with fans imagining impossible highlight reels and touchdown celebrations that could define a new era in Las Vegas. Insiders hint that the deal could alter the team's offensive identity completely. Hill's presence would demand defensive attention like no other, forcing rival coordinators to rethink game plans entirely. Raiders management is reportedly willing to make unprecedented moves, clearing cap space and restructuring contracts to make sure this potential blockbuster comes to life. Conversations behind closed doors suggest that Hill isn't just a target on the field. He's a symbol, a catalyst for a franchise looking to reclaim its former glory. While nothing has been officially confirmed, the buzz is undeniable. Analysts are already debating how Hill would fit alongside the current roster, speculating on the chemistry with the quarterback, and projecting the highlight-worthy plays that could become instant classics. Could this be the spark that turns the Raiders into perennial contenders? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain. The rumor alone has reinvigorated a fan base hungry for excitement. And if it comes true, it will go down as one of the boldest, most talked about moves in NFL history. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Las Vegas Raiders, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.